can hear me, can you comment with your favorite emoji? If you can hear me, can you comment with your favorite emoji? Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, can you comment with your favorite emoji? If you can hear me, if you can hear me, can you comment? Can you make a comment with your favorite emoji? If you can hear me, oh, wonderful, guys, wonderful, 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 blessing. Hey, I can see comfort, I can see faith. That's wonderful, wonderful to see you. If you can hear me loud and clear again, I say make a comment with your favorite emoji. Can I see some fire? Can I see some fire? Can I see some fire? Wonderful, 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 guys. Well, it's a wonderful evening right here in the city of Nigeria, city of Lagos. Uh, I'm speaking to you from the city of Lagos. Yeah. So I'm excited and I'm elated. I'm glad to be in class today. I heard that we've gone so far. Yeah, Oluwaferunmi, Ilori, I can see you. Wonderful. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. I wish I could connect with my video feed for you to see the smile on my face right now. And because I'm really glad that we've been learning so far. I was in class on Tuesday, but I didn't join. I didn't join up because I wanted my other colleague, Mr. Charles, to have his way and teach you guys as much as he could for the class on Tuesday. And I'm glad you guys learned a lot. I saw your comments. I saw your feedbacks on the comment section. I was glad that you guys are following real well. You guys are following real well. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. Elizabeth, I can see you. Akinde FC Bar. Yeah, wonderful. Good evening, guys. We really don't have a lot of time today. I would really like us to dive into the class as soon as possible. But while we wait for some other people to join and connect with us, exactly 8:10, I will be moving forward with my slide at exactly 8:10 so that we can learn as fast as possible. Yeah, welcome James, welcome, 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 welcome Victoria, Adebola, welcome. Yeah, Gabriel, happy to learn today. Wonderful. You guys are happy. I'm also happy to be your tutor for today. We're waiting for some other people to join up in the live section in the class so that they don't miss out. We just because I don't want anybody to miss out today. I don't want anybody to miss out today. Yeah, I can see the people that are watching live are increasing by the minute. So by exactly 8:10, I'll be starting. But of course, can we talk about Tuesday's class? Wonderful, Joy. Yeah, wonderful. Tuesday's class was amazing. Very amazing. Very amazing. Very amazing. I will be taking you on another level of what we taught on Tuesday, what my colleague taught on Tuesday, and I'll be glad to really push in on some of other things that I think you didn't have a chance or the time to explain to you in details. But then so far, can I see some of the things that you learned on I want to hear some of the things that you learned on Tuesday. What did you learn on Tuesday? We are still going to do today's class. We are going to do a recap on everything that happened on Tuesday and then add some other things to it. All right, so that you can really learn as much as possible in this class. We don't want you to miss out on any aspect of the video editing that you came in to learn. So okay, I see some people already. Joy, wonderful. Importing, trimming, and arranging clips. Wonderful, wonderful. That's wonderful. Importing, trimming, and arranging clips. Wonderful. I hope you guys have been practicing before today. You had Wednesday, and you had Wednesday to practice more, and then you have the whole of today till this evening to practice again. Okay, let me see some other comments here. We learned how to cut videos. Wonderful, Ayomide. Wonderful. You learned how to cut videos, cutting, trimming, and arranging of footages. Adeyemi. Yeah, wonderful. Wonderful, guys. Wonderful, guys. I learned overlapping click. I hope you meant clips. Yeah. You learned overlapping clips. Yeah, Kelechi, I see that. How to AI. Opeoluwa, I don't know what you probably mean by how to AI. Uh, I maybe you say that again. When will we be done? We'll be done by 9:30 today. So we'll be having a 1 hour 30 minutes class. So don't be in a rush. 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 Ayomide Taiwo, importing, cutting, trimming, extracting of sounds. That's wonderful. Extracting of sounds. That's wonderful. Okay. Um, Let me see some other people here. We're still waiting for some other people to join using CapCut. Okay. Using CapCut. You learned some of the things on CapCut. Okay, that's wonderful. I think my colleague taught you about the similarities between using CapCut and using Premiere Pro. Yeah, I think he did that. I'm going to start with using Premiere CapCut today, rather. Excuse me. I'm going to start with using CapCut today to train you guys. So you learned interface, promise learned interface. Taiwo learned how to unleak audio from videos. Wonderful. Oh, Chris, sorry you missed last week class. Yeah, that's so sorry about that. Color label. Okay, yeah, that's wonderful. On Premiere Pro, you can label using colors, label each of your footages and audio using different colors. Yeah, so that you can identify which one is which one. You can separate your video, your main clips from your B-rolls, from your heroes. You can separate your graphics, pictures, logos from your normal clips by adding labels using colors. Yeah. Okay. you missed class, Jenny missed class. Some of you please, if you missed any of the classes, please go back. It's still on the YouTube page. You can go back and watch again so that you don't miss out on anything. Okay, if we were to join clips so it would look perfect, how would we do it? Okay, I'll probably take you through that using CapCut today. If you want to join clips together to make it perfect, we'll get to that. I learned how to separate sound from video. Wonderful. We use Razor tool to cut. Okay, okay. All right. I want us to dive into it so that let me just dive into my slides. I haven't been able to download the Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm sorry about that. If Gloria, if you have not been able to download the application software, you can probably get to any of the computer engineers that you can meet around. Some of them probably will have the software or have the access to getting the software for you in a way or the other. So you can just reach out to them. If you missed last class, again, I'm saying that you should go back to checking the videos online on the page, on the websites, on the YouTube account so that you don't miss out anything. I haven't been able to get CapCut on my laptop. Oh wow, so sorry about that. If you've not been able to get CapCut, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Um, I'm sorry about that. Please, you can. I think CapCut is even more easier to download than to get on your laptop than Premiere Pro. CapCut could be more easier if you would go through their website. The only difference is just that you won't be able to use the Pro version if you don't pay for the subscription. You won't be able to use the same thing with Premiere Pro. You might not be able to uh, use it well if you don't pay for. Oh, it keeps stopping at. Joy said it stops installing at 95%, and I don't know why. Maybe you should reach out to a technical person that knows how to do it so that you don't just keep stressing yourself. You can't use Kelechi, you can't use your iPhone to download Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro only works on a laptop. It's a computer software, so we don't have a iOS version of Premiere Pro. There's no version of iOS version of Premiere Pro. You can only use CapCut on your phone. You can only use CapCut on your phone. All right. Is there any other similar version that is not heavy, please? Except you want to download a lesser version. Queen Yada, I'm talking to you. I guess except you want to download the lesser version of Premiere Pro. That's when you get a lesser um, file. But I will indulge you to just try, and even if it's to subscribe, do a night plan or find a way around it, or maybe meet out with some of your friends that have the software on their laptop. They have the installation file that you can get it from. It will be better. All right. You find okay. Nicholas is finding it difficult to cut. Oh, that's too bad. You know what? I'm going to take you through the cutting. Let me just dive through my slide. I will try to take you. I will try to take you. I need to let me focus on the class a little bit. Can a 4 gig RAM system that has Photoshop and CorelDRAW software still run CapCut? Well, yes, it can. A 4 gig laptop, yeah, it can, but it will slow down. That's just the challenge you have. It will slow you down. You keep having your clips slow down. You won't be able to play through even If you want to do go through exporting, it will take something that when you have a probably at least 8 gig RAM of system. If you are supposed to export for, let's say, 10 minutes, using a 4 gig RAM laptop will make you take you about 30 minutes to export, depending on the amount of edit that you have put into that work, depending on the overlays, all the works. Maybe it's cumbersome. For example, you have done like a big job and you need to export. It will take you when you are using a lesser um, software capacity. And I don't even think that you can install Premiere Pro at all. Having 4 gig RAM, you might be able to install older versions, but the newer versions you won't be able to install it. I have CapCut software. Yeah, it's okay to have CapCut software. It's fine. It's fine. My slide here is going to talk mainly about Premiere Pro, but then I will show you everything that I'm talking about Premiere Pro on CapCut directly. My Premiere Pro keeps showing subscription status. Sorry about that. Maybe you need to pay. Your village people does not want you to use Premiere Pro without subscription, so please go and subscribe. All right. If there's any, okay, let me just slide into my slide. So then I will now uh, take you through the theoretical class. Then I will now go into sharing my screen and show you the things that we need to do. If you don't have, I'm not sure. Okay. Or if you are just joining the class for the first time, it's fine. It's fine. We're still going to take you. You just need to go and download your Adobe Premiere Pro software and get it installed on your phone, on your laptop rather, or get a CapCut application on your laptop, and then you are good to go. You are good to go. If you can't get the Premiere Pro software on your system, please try and get the CapCut. It's easier to get the CapCut. Just go to the CapCut website and download this app. You can easily use the free version. Yeah, you can easily use the free version. Please, let me just go through my slide. Our time is fast spent. All right. Oh, why is this showing like this? Okay. This week I'm supposed to take you through the interface. This whole week, Tuesday, Thursday, and then I think our next class is going to be on Saturday evening. So we're supposed to take you through the interface just like we have done, working the timeline tracks, applying transition, basic exporting and rendering. All right. Uh, this week I hope you started practicing because we have to practice what we have done, like a short montage. Short montage is just like adding. Montage means adding video footages together to give you a certain feeling, give your audience a certain feeling. All right. It's just similar to collage. Collage is for pictures, collation of different pictures. So montage is collation of a lot of motion pictures. All right. Motion pictures are videos, pictures that are um added together to give a timeline or a time watch for you. Yeah, you could. I mean, I don't know. Some of you might have seen videos of maybe birthday, someone celebrating their birthday, and the picture is just dancing, like maybe zooming in and zooming out effect, putting like a a confetti kind of overlay that shows a feel of birthday. I know some of you have seen something like that. That's a motion picture, yeah. All right, so that's a sample. So for you to understand this, that's why we are teaching you, going through project panel. I'm going to show you the project panel in CapCut, the source monitor. There's a source monitor, there's a program monitor, there's a timeline panel. All right. The project panel is where you import, you organize your files, your assets, videos, audio, images, anything, your effects, anything that you want to use in your edit. Yeah. I don't know who's this guy. My email is wrongly displayed. I'm sorry if your email is wrongly displayed. I don't know. Maybe you should try and re-log in or something. I don't know. Can this? Yes, this slide can be sent to your email. The team is going to send it to your email after the class or so or thereabout. I'm sure some of you might have gotten that of last week. All right. Okay, I was editing my video on CapCut, but I realized that after adding the songs, I couldn't edit the audio to the exact part I want. Oh, sorry about that. But maybe you just need to learn the readjustment, dragging and dropping your video, clip, your audio file to your timeline. Then that can work. You can work with CapCut on your phone. You just have to use the mind that the same thing that you are seeing on the laptop, you will see on your phone. I will probably hold my phone here and make sure that it looks alike. Anything that I'm saying, showing you, I will show you. I will just tell you this is where it is. I have my CapCut on my phone also that I use. Oh, sorry if no file has been sent to you from the beginning. Sorry about that. I will talk to the technical team and they are going to have that done as soon as. Sorry about that if you did not get the last class. Okay, as I was saying, the project panel is where you import and organize your files. You could create bins like folders. Bins are same thing as folders, all right, on your normal system, all right. Those are bins. They are called bins in Premiere Pro or in CapCut in your video editing software. In your video editing software. Sorry, we are going to send you the files. I'm going to talk to the technical team. They're going to send it to your email when it's ready to be readily available to be sent. If you are waiting to be added to the WhatsApp group, please hold on. It's going to be done. I don't have much time. I'm going to focus on training you guys and then get back to whatever is going on in the chat box. All right. So the monitor is where you preview your clips. Like probably you've imported files you've imported files using your project panel. You can now check out each of the clips with your source monitor. All right. There's also the project monitor. There's also the okay. Let me do it like this. Let me do it like this. All right. There's the project panel. There's the program monitor. All right. Program monitor is where you view your current sequence or timeline, enabling you to revisit edits as you work. Okay. It's more or less like when you edit on your timeline, what you're editing on your timeline is showing on your program monitor. What you have imported on your project panel, you can see them or access them or review them using your source monitor. I hope you get what I mean. Your project panel works with you can see what's there. You can view your videos. Maybe you can review your videos or your pictures, check them out using your source monitor. But when you get to the timeline where you edit, where you do your cutting, where you do your when you compose your project, you can see everything you are doing with your programs monitor. Okay. Okay. Let me just share my screen so that I can show you what that is about on CapCut. All right. CapCut. All right. Okay. Please, can you show my screen, shared screen now. Um, Technical team, can you show my shared screen? Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So you can see, you can see the local. Let me see if I can also see why I show you guys. All right. Mm, okay. So this is for CapCut. This is CapCut. All right. This is CapCut. You're seeing CapCut. This is the interface of CapCut. All right. This is where you. This is your media where you import your files, your library. You can get in and import your files from here. You can go through your laptop and import into your system and import files. This is where you get your audio, where you edit your audio files. You could bring in already, CapCut both both offline and online. All right. So you can get to import, for those of you that do use your phone, maybe this might be a limit. I know you guys can you do it online. When you are editing, you can easily download audios, already made audios from CapCut database. You can get audio from CapCut database. You can get from TikTok when you sign in. You can even get already added effects, your audio effects, different audio effects that is already in the database of CapCut. All right, this is where you edit text, where you add your text. You can add your text, add default text, different kind of text. You can even add. Uh, I hope I'm not too fast. I hope I'm not too fast. Let me check. Am I too fast, guys? Am I too fast? Please focus on the class. Focus on the class. Focus on the class. All right, let me keep going. So, as I was saying, this is where the media part is where you import your files. This is more like the um, project monitor I was talking to you about. It's more like the project. I know you can see my mouse moving around. All right, this is more or less like the programs, project panel that you import all your files. Let me try and import some files and see if we can work with it. Let me import. Okay, let me import some of these clips. This is like training. This is like a fashion design training. So I will just import. You see the way I imported my files there. If you want to import more files, this is importing of files now. All right, on CapCut, I just imported these 4 video files. All right, if you still want to import more, you can go back. You can see the import button here. Okay, someone asking a question. All right, so let me go on. You can still click here and import more files. Once it brings it up, you can navigate through your laptop, your system, and get more footages. I can still bring this in and click open, and it will just pop up right there. All right, so you see this is playing back on your preview panel. This is your programs. What did we call it the other time? Can you show me back my slide? All right, can you show me back my slide now? All right. Yeah, I talked about programs monitor and source monitor. I talked about timeline and project panel. Please keep it in mind. Program monitor, source monitor, timeline, and project panel. The project panel is where you do your importing, like I showed you just now. All right. project panel is where you do your importing, like I showed you just now. We're going back to CapCut now. So so this is your project panel. This works for your source monitor, both your for CapCut now. For CapCut, okay, let me just get to that first. So when you're done importing, you can preview your files by clicking any of them. Oh, sorry. You can click any of preview. This is your preview. That's more like your source monitor in Premiere Pro. All right, that's more like your source monitor in Premiere Pro. When you click, it plays back. You can pull it. You can play back. You can keep playing back and forth like that. Then this is your timeline. This is your timeline on CapCut. This is your timeline on CapCut. So all you need to do is any of the footages that you want to work with, you can click and drag into your timeline. Are you seeing? It drags into your timeline. All right. This is what happens. Did you see when I dragged this into time? When I drag this footage into my timeline, it wrote here that it has been added. All right. This footage has been added. It doesn't matter. You can still add it as many times as possible. You can add it as many times as possible. I'm just going to delete that. All right. By pressing delete. All right. So this is what is showing. So okay, let me just come back to explaining the project panel, source monitor, project monitor, and timeline again. Now I said this is your timeline, this is your project panel, this is your source monitor. Now for CapCut, your CapCut works in two ways. Your CapCut source monitor is the same thing as project monitor. I say that again. Your CapCut monitor is the same thing as the project monitor. So if I come here to my timeline where I edit, I can see what I'm editing. All right. If I come here to view my footages that I've imported, it will come back and show as my source monitor. I hope you understand. I hope you understand. If you are following me, can you reply by saying, okay, I follow? Can you reply by saying, I follow? So I can come to my timeline and preview my project using this same panel. All right. This same panel. In fact, I can adjust this whole panel, your source monitor, your source monitor, your project monitor, your project panel. You can adjust it in a way that suits you. All right. What I mean is that if you come to this part, you see this. There's a line between your project panel and your programs monitor. If you put your mouse in between that line, you can see there is like a gauge that you can drag in to make your source monitor bigger. You see what I'm doing? I can click either I make my programs monitor or source monitor bigger, or make my project panel bigger. All right, but I need this to be bigger so that I can see what I'm editing very well. So I can drag and make it bigger. I can even drag this and make it bigger. This is your detail panel. I'm going to explain this later. All right, I'm going to explain this later. All right. So I hope you understand so far. I can even drag this down to make this bigger. All right, and make this bigger so that I can see this very well. I can see this less. I hope you understand. All right. For one more thing, one more thing is just give me a minute. I want to make sure that what I'm doing is oh wonderful. Okay. So back to you guys. All right, back to you guys. Okay, so this is my timeline. I say that again. This, yeah, is this CapCut Pro? Yes, this is CapCut Pro. This is CapCut Pro. This is the desktop version of CapCut Pro. All right. I hope you understand what I mean. What link do I use to download the CapCut on my PC? Just type CapCut on Google. CapCut, CapCut, CapCut on your PC, and voila, it will take you to the first page you are going to see on your Google is CapCut website. Just click it, and then you're good to go. And then you're good to go. You can download from there. All right. I think it's first going to download a certain file that you now run, and it will download automatically. All right. So I need to explain the timeline. Okay, more questions. Is it the project panel that shows player on top? Yeah, this is the no, 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 no. No, hold on, Janet, hold on. This page I'm showing you, this place I'm hovering my mouse. Is my mouse showing on this screen? Yeah, it's showing. Wonderful. This this is your project panel. This place that you import files from, that I explained by clicking import. You come to local, you import, you can come to your library and you see already made footages, videos from CapCut. If you come to the library panel, if you are online, you'll be able to load um these footages from CapCut database. All right, these are brand assets. That's if, for example, I signed in and I want to use my pro version of CapCut, and I have customized it for myself. I can bring in all the assets I have for my brand. All right, but we're working with the local where you import all your files. Okay, all you need to do is click import. If I am going to delete all this now, I'm just going to delete all this now. Yeah, confirm to delete. All right. Once I delete from here, it automatically deletes from my timeline. It's no longer on my timeline. Did you see that? Yes, you can use the footages from CapCut database. All you need to do is click download and it will download, and then you can drag it on timeline. Okay. Let me see. I don't want to click. There are pro versions. Let me just see if I can download any of these ones. Let me look for it. Okay, let me this Galaxy video. Loading, loading. I hope it doesn't take time to download. Okay, that's it showing on my preview panel. All right, that's it showing on my preview panel. You can also call it your source monitor or your project monitor. This is like monitor, screen monitor. You understand that what that means? Monitor. All right. So I've downloaded that. I can click it and drag it to my timeline because I have downloaded that. All right, and then um, I can click through and check through to see what's there, and that's just it. That's just it. You can download as many as possible, depending on what you want to do with it. Anyway, you can't just download a video, but for your editing sake, for what you are doing currently, you can. Okay, where's that one that I just downloaded? You can click this. Okay, so I can also sort these depending on what you want to do. Let me drag in this one also. All right, so that's the footage. Okay, so I'll go back to my importing files now from my. You can't find Adobe Premiere Pro on Play Store. I'm not sure. Adobe Play Store is phone. No, Premiere Pro is not on the phone. You can only get CapCut on your phone. You can only get CapCut on your phone. I think Adobe Premiere Rush is just like CapCut. I've not really used Premiere Rush. I've not used Premiere Rush, so I don't know if you could use it's same thing, but I think is Adobe version of Premiere Pro on the phone, on a mobile device. All right, that's just it. What other questions? Please focus on the class. Forget about attendance for now. How much is the least subscription for both Adobe Premiere Pro and CapCut? Check on their website. Check on their website. You'll get it. Okay, let me just import these footages back as what I want to use for editing. All right, and then I could click open. That's just that about that. In fact, you could, um, remember we talked about um, we organizing our files the other day, organizing of your files by creating bins. So I could select all these ones and create a folder, a bin for them. All right. I could create a folder for them. You can also view this by list or by grid, depending on what you want. I can create new folders and probably I could want any of these files to be okay. Let me call this folder B-roll. I can rename my folder and call it B-roll. All right, save. So I want to add this as B-roll. I can click and into my B-roll folder. I call this my B-roll. What other ones can I call my B-roll? Everything is a B-roll anyway. Everything is a B-roll. So everything is a B-roll. You can see. So a B-roll is more or less like not the major shot, like a video of what's happening or a cut away from the main action. The main action, which is your A roll, action roll. All right, you can call it action roll. I'm not sure that's what it is exactly, but for this class, we could call it action roll. All right. Okay, so let's go on. So I imported all these ones I could. So now let me explain this panel. Are you seeing this panel that I'm hovering my mouse on? I'm sorry if not been able to install. There's nothing I can do right now for you, but I have to keep helping others to move on. Let me go back to I've explained all this panel, each of them now to you now. The project panel, the source monitor or the project monitor, your timeline panel. All right. So can we go back to my slide now so that we can move on? Can we go back to my slide now so that we can move on? Please show how to split and trim for those of us. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right, we'll get there. So we have essential tools. These are called essential tools for video editors. All right, for video editing. Yes, your attendance is locked for now until the time is up for us to take attendance. Okay, these are project tools. I think for Premiere Pro, these are the major tools that you will see on Premiere Pro. Your selection tool, your razor tool, which is this one, like looks like razor blade, your hand tool, which is used to move around. This selection tool is more like the normal tool, like your mouse that moves around the screen. All right. Your type tool is the tool that you use for typing, to type on Premiere Pro. All right. This one I'm showing you here, I didn't write in my project, so because these are the major essential ones that you will always in every video editing. In any video editing work that you need to do, you will always use your selection tool, which is used to move around clips within the timeline, repositioning your files and other things, like when I was in CapCut the other time that I was dragging dragging the videos that were imported to the timeline. I was using my selection tool. All right. The razor tool is more or less like the tool that you use to split and cut your footages to different formats. There are shortcuts to it. There are shortcuts to it, but I'm just going to take you while we are in the video editing class. While we are on the software, I will take you through I will show you some of the shortcuts that you can use. All right. Okay. Okay. So, do I need to show you guys this? Let me see what's going on next. All right. So let's just dive into doing this, showing this. If we don't finish this slide today, we'll come back to. Some of us are behind. Sorry, we'll get you the slides. We'll get you the slides. Some of us are behind on class, but not because we do not attend, but because Adobe Premiere Pro is a paid service, and many of us have not been able to get the crowd version. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Uh, I think I will talk to. I think I will talk to the management team and see how I can help with that. Maybe before the next class, probably for those of us that have not installed, I will probably do a video section, or I'll do a screen record of myself downloading and installing the file, any of the software, both CapCut and Premiere Pro. I think I will even do Premiere Pro majorly, so that I will do, probably the team will send you the link on your WhatsApp. I'm not going to be able to join your WhatsApp group or also, but we're going to find a way around it before next week class. All right, before next week class, just so that we could help some of you that are falling aback. But then before then, I think it's best you can go, if you're in Lagos, go to computer village or something, and or somewhere you can the computer engineer around and tell them that you want to install so software, CapCut, Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro on the system that you can use. They are probably going to help you. Maybe some of them will have the paid version that they can give you for free. or thereabout. If you are not yet on the WhatsApp, I'm sorry about that. Please send a message the um, to the feedback um, um, email address so that you can tell them. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. If you then will say if you can't get Premiere Pro, please get CapCut. I have seen a lot of video editors that use CapCut on their laptop and they are doing fine. They are working well without Adobe Premiere Pro. Without Adobe Premiere Pro. But then if you guys still want to do software that is outside of Adobe Premiere Pro, that is outside of CapCut, maybe we'll just do DaVinci Resolve some other time. Maybe in the next, we'll talk to DSA. Uh, we'll talk to the people in charge of, I mean, the hub, and then we'll know how we'll fix a class for probably DaVinci Resolve or thereabout, so that you can work on that. All right, let me get back to the class. I want to show you the tool, selection tool, how to cut now, how to cut and how to split your screen. I don't know why this is showing like this anyway. All right, so, okay, wonderful. So I'm going to show you making cuts, streaming, ripple edits. Some of these, okay, for Premiere Pro now, you can have do all this with different software. Okay, let me just show you. For the ripping, rolling edit, I have, there's a tool for it. There's a tool for it. There's a tool for it. For ripple edit, there's a tool for it. For trimming clips, making cuts, there's a tool for it. But let me come back to CapCut and then let's move on. I'm just going to stay on CapCut for today. Then for Saturday's class, I don't think we're going to have class tomorrow because of um, large number of us are redeemers, and it's redeemed about this organization. So we have um, we have a major program tomorrow, Holy Ghost service, that will not allow us to have a class tomorrow. That's why we've shifted it to Saturday. All right. So now we're back on CapCut. Can we show my slide now? My screen now. Let's go back to CapCut so that we can do some little cuts and then we'll move on with the class. All right. Color correction. Okay. All right. So now I want to delete these ones for now because I don't need them for this edit. All right. I'm just clicking and drag and then deleting. So let so guys, can you watch? I want us to edit this together. I'm just going to continue with CapCut. I'm sorry about that for those that are having CapCut. I think you did a lot with Premiere Pro last class. But anything we are doing here, you can also do it on Premiere Pro. I will just tell you the tool to use. All right. So currently now we are on our this is your tool. Your tool. This is where your tools are for for CapCut. These are your tool. This is your selection tool that I mentioned about selection tool. This is your split tool. This is your select forward. This is select leftward, select rightward. Like you're selecting all the tools. I will show you how to use each of them now. All right. So, but now we are currently using select tool. If we want to use split tool, we have to click split and then we change. You see, when I come here, it's showing another kind of the logo, another icon rather. If I come back to select, it's showing the selection icon. All right. So which of these videos, these 6 clips, do you want us to? Let me bring out my bureau because I want to use them so that you guys can see them in. Which of this? Okay, let me just. I want to bring this back into my. All right. I want to bring this back. So okay. So let me bring this back here. All right. So and then delete this folder. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So I want to preview all these footages and tell me which one, number 1 to 6, and tell me which one do we start with editing with. I'll just go with the highest number ASAP, or the first person. Just watch through. This is the lady cutting her videos. This is her leg showing. All right, this is another kind of that shot. This is showing where she's pulling. So this is her cutting the fabric. All right, so guys, which of these clips do you want us to work with? Oh, someone is saying number 12. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. If you are starting with number 1, then I don't think you are correct because he already has the fabric on. If you are going to tell a story, then you have to start by saying she's cutting, then she's bringing it on the, probably starting with the 9, then she's bringing it on a sewing machine, then she's measuring. You see, she's measuring again. This is where she's trying to check. All right, this is a closer view. This is a closer view. So what do we start with? Number 9. Wonderful. All right, so I'm just going to click and drag to my timeline using my selection tool. I click, I drag to my timeline. All right. You're not seeing this local on your interface. Click the media. Click media. All right. Click media. You are seeing media, audio, text, sticker, effect, transition, filter, adjustment. Come to media. All right. Come to media. When you click media, you see this one. All right. So we are starting with the cutting one. So I'm just going to see through, and I want us to start showing where she starts cutting. All right. So this part is not useful. All this beginning part is not useful. All right. So I'm just going to start with when she's bringing her hand there. So it's going to look like it. When I press space bar, it's going to play through. All right. So I'm coming back here. When so I can check this. You see all the tools here is showing now because you have a file selected. If I select it, if I do not select any file, like I'm not selecting on the file, I'm selecting off the file, off the video clip. Some of these are not showing again. All right. But if I select on the clip, all this will become active. All right. So we are starting from here. She bringing her hand. So we are going to use split. Did you see that? All I needed to click was split, and it splitted the video into 2. I'm going to try to do that again by pressing Ctrl Z, undo, or you can see the undo button here right on your screen. Thanks to CapCut, you can see all these things right there straight up. You can see undo right here. All right. You can see redo right here. All right. So undo. I'm on this clip. I can select split, and it will split it directly. All right. Or come to and select splitting tool, and then come on my clip. You are seeing there's a yellowish kind of line that is showing where exactly the scissors is on, or rather the razor blade is on. All right, so I want to cut here, so I can click cut, and then it will split it into two. So I can come back to my selection tool, and then voila, the razor tool is gone, and I can select one and select two. You see the different clip. It's a different clip. Two different clips has been splitted into two. I hope you understand that. Yes, you can do all this with CapCut on your phone. Let me just see. Let me open my CapCut on my phone, and there's no way I can share my phone slide also. But let me see. I can quickly tell you if I open new project. Once you open your CapCut on your phone, you are going to see new projects. You're going to see new projects. So you can scroll through your phone to select a video file. A video file. Let me just look for one right here on my phone. Okay, I see one already. All right, I'm selecting that. Then you can, once you open your phone, your file on your phone, and you have imported your file on your phone, for those that are using their phone, you will see this what's it called again? Programs monitor. That's where you are seeing the video you are editing, the programs monitor, and then you will see the timeline below it. You will see the timeline below it, where you will see mute clip audio. Then there is a box that is called cover, that shows cover, and then you can see a straight line that shows where this where your timeline is, that's it's in the beginning like this. It's in the beginning like this. That's for those that are using their phone to see this. Yes, I'm using CapCut Pro version, but I'm not locked in, so it doesn't matter if you're using Pro version or not on your laptop. I'm using the free version like right now for you guys, so that you know that there's no difference. There's practically no difference until get to start using some pro effects on your CapCut, and then you want to export, and they are saying you should log in. All right. So so let me come back to, so you can always push forward when you're using your phone. You can push forward as if you are dragging your video forward. That's to preview the videos, on to preview, just like what I'm doing currently now on my uh, I don't even know how you are using your phone, and you're editing with your phone, and you're watching this YouTube broadcast at the same time. That must be magic. Or probably you're using two different phones. Anyway, wonderful. All right. Yeah, it's easy on phone. CapCut might be easy on phone, but for the sake of professionalism, and you can see, you can use, your screen is wider, you can see defects, you can see the things that you want to edit properly with using your laptop. I think laptop is kind of better to do a professional job. And then one other thing is, you're using your CapCut on your phone, you are doing maybe a small project. But what about if you want to edit a movie? You can't import scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, scene 5 with 5 or 6 different takes with 3 camera angles on your phone. Oga, may your phone no go crash you. All right. Is it possible to split screen? Is it possible by splitting screen? What, I don't know what you're asking that way. Okay, it's possible by splitting screen. Okay, about using your phone together. Okay, okay, wonderful. Yeah, it's wonderful. Is there a question here? Didn't realize there's a new email. What other questions are there to answer before I move on? iPhone 12 should be able to split screen. I don't think iPhone 12 can. Okay. I think you can be watching YouTube. That's if you are subscribed to the YouTube. You have subscription, YouTube subscription. Okay, wonderful. Let me just go on with the class. All right, so we have already splitted this, and then I want to delete this one that is not useful by pressing delete. uh, there are two ways to this. All right, there are two ways to cutting. All right, so we've cut that out by using this split tool, or coming here and selecting split. You could press B easily and it will show, and press A and it will go back to your. You can see the shortcut in front here. Select split is B, select this one is this. All right, so I can click B by selecting wanting to cut, and then A by wanting to use my selection tool. So we use this or the other time to cut into two, but you can use this and use this to cut right. All right, what it means is that this works the same way. It works similarly. All right, these three icons work similarly. For those who are using CapCut, you can decide to cut forward or cut backward, and it will delete everything by the left. All right, so if I come here on my timeline, it will cut here and delete everything in the back, at the back. That means right. All right, it will delete everything right. Let me play that. Let me play this again so that I can watch what we're cutting. All right, so let's just get to where she start cutting, to that place. All right, so we want to cut this and then delete this whole footage. I don't want our edit to be more than probably. Okay, let's just see her cut through. Let's just see her cut through. Then from here, you can see the video. I don't. Once it's cut through, I just want to end. Wonderful. I'm just going to end there. So we can cut this by selecting this. I'll cut this forward by clicking this, and it will cut the ones in the back. Did you see that? I'm going to press undo. Once I use this tool, it will cut and delete everything on in front of it. That's using this tool. If it was to be here, my my rolling tool is here. I can click this one and it will delete everything in the front. Did you see that? Undo. All right. So that's that about using your razor tool or your cutting tool. I hope you understand. So, okay, let's just cut the excesses again. Let's start from where she starts on from this, and then let's use this one to cut off that part. So this is where we start from. Wonderful. Cut through, and then that. Yeah. Or maybe let's just stop there and cut through, guys. So that's that. So now we are bringing into the timeline the next clip. Let's bring in number two. All right. So since she has cut the tool, maybe let's bring in number four. I think I prefer to bring in number four. Or let's bring in this video part, this number five. I will tell you why now. I will explain why. So this is what's going on. It seems I seem to have problem on CapCut website. Sorry about that. How do I delete? Am I missing something here? Yeah, wonderful. Using Chromebook, I think yeah, I think you can download from the website using Chromebook. I don't know. I've not tried that before. All right. Abimbola, well done. I see you. If she's measuring, then it should show before cutting. Yeah, it's a two-way thing. You can also measure when you have cut, when you are done cutting. She has measured, she has measured what she cut this video before, but she's checking where exactly she wants to put or rather, well, I'm not a, but what she's doing right here is that she's putting a chalk where exactly she wants to sew on. That's what she's doing. She's putting a chalk where that she wants to sew on. So it's not like she's doing another measurement, kind of. You understand? So so we are putting this video because when she was done cutting, she brought it to the machine and laid it down for her to arrange on her table. All right, that's what she did here. She brought it in to lay on her table. All right, and then from this place, we are now showing who exactly was measuring the other time and what's going on her face. Then we can cut this part out. So it's all about using, sometimes you could do a lot of editing just by using splits, your splits, and you just cutting through, cut through. That's what we do in Premiere Pro in editing. All right, I'm confused that how do we know where to cut off? All right, for you to know where to cut off, the video is coming before acting. Sorry, I don't understand. Let me get what you mean. I don't understand what you mean by the video is coming before acting. The one where she's measuring on the table, not the one showing. Oh, is there a part that she's measuring on the table? No, there's no part she's measuring on the table. The only part we had for her was we didn't shoot. I think the team that shot did not shoot where she was measuring on the table. So we have to work with what we want. We are just doing a little montage. So let's move on. What did I do? Okay, sorry. I think I did something right there. All right. So that's another way to add anyway. By just clicking the add button, add to track. When you come on your footage, you see a plus button on it that shows add. So it will just add to where exactly you are put. It will add to where exactly you are putting where your line is. What do I call this line for you guys now? I don't know what it's called. Yeah, tracking to. I'm sorry. I'm just a editor that loves editing without. Sometimes some of it, the names you see on all these things, we have to learn and relearn. Oh, is that what it's called? Well, for me, I've been using it for years. I don't know. It's just there's a difference between someone learning how to be a mechanic and someone already practicing. There are some technicalities that you might know that I might know how to do, but it does not know what it is called. All right, I'm moving on. Yeah, there are so many advantages on using your PC. Where why are we cutting parts of the video? The reason why we are cutting part of the video is because we want what we explained video editing. What did we explain video editing as before? We said telling a story. All right, telling a story to pass a feeling. All right, this is what we want to pass. You have to know the reason why we are editing this video. We want to do a montage or like an advert for a fashion design class. By the way, this is one of the initiative of RCCG where they train guys out people in different platforms. All right, I'm not just going to go into that. So we're just showing where she's cutting, and then for me, and then we're showing where she's our time is fast spent. I'm just going to move on. So we continue again. So we are showing where she cut, then she's measuring. I could even ripple delete that. This is called ripple delete. All right. What I'm doing right now, this is called ripple delete. How you do that is by coming to the end of the clip that you want to delete, or coming to the beginning of the clip. You see the bracket showing in. You see the bracket showing once you come to the beginning or once you come to the end. All right. You see, click the video you want to drag, then you see the beginning and the end. Then when you see it, you'll be able to cut, reduce. You see, ripple delete. It's called ripple delete on for Premium. For those that are using Premium, so it's called ripple delete tool. You could even bring it in by ordinarily pressing maybe R or something. But for CapCut, it's just right there. It's part of the tool. So it's just for you to click the footage that you are trying to edit, then cut, reduce. Are we doing the audio differently before adding it to the video? Well, once you for CapCut, once you import a particular video, all right, once you import a particular footage, it comes with its video. It comes with its audio. So because that's what you are seeing here, there's a audio clip. If you select this audio, it will mute everything on that track, every audio on that track. We could even drag, we could drag, sorry, let me just add this and then let me preview. I'm just going to ripple delete here and then come here and ripple delete. I'm using ripple delete now for the sake of those that don't know what I'm doing. There are 2 or 3 different ways. I'm just going to start this here also using ripple delete. There are 2 or 3 different ways of doing things on video editing, both CapCut and Premiere Pro. I've showed you how to split by splitting, Ctrl Z. I showed you how to delete the front part or delete the back part. I'm going to delete this front part, you see. And then I'm showing you how to use ripple delete again. I hope you understand. Please message the admin if you want to be added to the WhatsApp group. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. If you want to remove the audio from the clip and replace it with another, how do you do it? All right, for you to do that, all you need to do is import a audio first. We are still dealing with video anyway. Let's just do that. So if you are seeing this timeline, you understand that this timeline is in seconds, milliseconds. In fact, you can see this is 5 seconds, 10 seconds, depending on how you are working. You can even increase it. You can increase it by coming here and zooming your timeline, increasing it. So let me just show you. I think it's on how many frames per second now. If you zoom in well, you will see how many frames per second. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. I think this is 30 frames per second. This video is on 30 frames per second now. That means that there are 30 pictures in 1 second. That's what it means by 30 frames per second. You can have 24 frames per second. You can have 60 frames per second. The larger, you could have 240 frames per second. That one works for those that are doing really fast videos. Like you want to slow it down, they shoot at a higher cinematographers shoot at a higher frames per second, depending on if you want to slow it down. For example, those of you that are using iPhone or Samsung, that you have a variety of shooting presets. You can have, I think some of some people have, let me check my phone now and see. You can have you can have 30 frames per second, you can have 60 frames per second on some iPhones. Even if you could shoot at 44K, you can shoot at 4K and then see 24 frames per second. From 24 frames per second is more useful for something like dialogue. But when you are shooting at a um, higher frames per second, you are looking at slowing down some of those footages. All right. But for this video now, I think it was shot on 30 frames per second. All right. So you could reduce this as much as possible. The more you have on this timeline that goes off the screen, the more you can reduce. All right. So I'm just going to start here. All right, and ripple delete. So all our video is now on. Let's start from there. I hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. I'm going to start from here. Wait, sorry. So 1, 2. Let's move that a little. I want us to get to 10 seconds. All right. So 1, 2. That's too long. 3, 4. So let's move this to the end. You see what I did there? I clicked and dragged. I can change where it is on my screen, on my timeline. You can easily change wherever. If you are working on a project before a video, you don't want this to be here again, you can click it and drag somewhere else. You get what I mean? So this is the video that we just got. This is too long. I'm going to reduce it. Yeah, so this is that, this is this, this is this is that, and then that's that. So let me increase this so you can see it very well. I can see it very well. Yes, I am dragging to ripple delete. You click the video that you want to ripple delete, and then come to wherever you want to ripple delete from, beginning or the end. You see the bracket showing there that you can click and delete. You can click and drag so that you can delete. So we have our video. In fact, you see the way this video is now, you could even, it's like this is about 7 seconds, 7 seconds, 11 milliseconds. All right. So you are seeing it here, right here. You are seeing the time right here from 0 to 7 seconds. Let me just delete this part to 7 seconds so that you can be. One more. Go. So the whole video is 7 seconds now. Our time is fast spent. I would have wished to add a audio so that you guys can see. Let me check if I can quickly add a audio. Do I have any audio right here on this audio file? Okay, I think I have one here. Let me use this Epic. So you can download audio files. You see the way my audio file came in. I can play back here. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear my sound. I don't know if you can hear my audio. Can you say yes? I can hear my audio. Can you hear my audio? Hold on, someone is asking a question. I don't want to miss out anything. Thank you, sir. Please, sir, what if you don't want to mute the whole clip and you want to, how do you do it? If you want to mute just one, you can click extract audio. Are you seeing extract audio? I'm right clicking, extracting. I could extract the audio from here. Are you seeing what I'm doing? You could extract the audio from here or come to the effect panel. This is effect and detailed panel. All right. I said I was going to explain all this part the other time. When you click out of a video, you click to this. It's showing the detail of those video. I showed you that this video was shot 30 frames per second. You can see it right here, 30 frames per second. That's the frame rate of this video. All right. You are seeing it right there. So when I click this, it's going to show me everything I can do on this video. And then when I come to the audio part, you can edit the audio of this video. Everything on the audio part of this video, you can edit it right here. When you go to speed, you can change the speed of everything called speed. You can increase the speed, how fast this video can go, how fast this video plays, or how slow it can play. You can reduce the speed. You can see it's showing on the video right here. One is showing, is playing back at the exact time that it is being shot. That's 1 times 1 is not 1 times 1 is still 1, 2 times 1 is still 1. So this video is 1. So if I reduce it now, it will change and it will reduce the speed and increase the frames. I hope you understand what I mean. It will reduce the speed of the video of the footage and increase the frames. So that means that a video file that is supposed to that you brought in that has 30 frames, that 30 frame, one frame can be splitted to 30. But the thing is, it will start to jump when you increase it too much. That's a technical detail I don't want to explain too much about for now. Maybe when we get to the advanced part, you understand more. So I take it back to 1. So I can slow this down or I can speed it up. I can speed it up 2 times. You see that? I can speed it up 2 times. Or I can reduce it and it slows down. I hope you guys are seeing that. So let's come back to the number 1. That's for the speed. This is the animation part. We get to animation. That's where you add different kind of animations to the beginning and to the end. Easy in, fade out, transitions. Anyway, transitions as many as you can add depending on what you have. There's an adjustment part where you adjust the color. You adjust the color of when you color grade. This is your color grade panel. Color grade for Premiere Pro, I think it's called the color panel. So this is AI styles where you can do some AI effects on your video. You can add AI effects, artificial intelligence effects on your video. All right, that's just that about everything. So we are coming to the video part. I'm still working on the video part where you can do adjustment on any of the videos. You can zoom this video in. It's too, you don't like the way it's showing, you can change the way it's showing by doing scale. I'm going to come back to that later. It's normally on 100%. Our time is fast spent. I'm supposed to round up now. All right, please, I'm going to be rounding up now. Please, can we take attendance? I'm sorry. Can we take attendance now? Please take your attendance. Some people are saying no, no, no. What do you mean by no, no, no? Come on, this time is not enough for us anyway. But then we'll continue from here next class. We'll continue from here next class. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you've learned something today. I hope you've learned something today. Please take your attendance. The community link will be forwarded in time. Please take your attendance. Your attendance should be on Your attendance should be on the. I think it should be pinned on the chat. You pinned on the chat. So check your attendance. Check your attendance. So yeah. Oh, it was wonderful. The class. I hope you were able to learn one or two things today. I hope you were able to learn one or two things today. Attendance list is in the description of of this, so you can close the chat part and see check on the description. You will see the attendance. You see the attendance. All right. You see the attendance link. To take your attendance, click yeah. All right. It was wonderful having today's section. We couldn't go too far because of our time. Next week, on Saturday, we'll move on to um, doing more of showing you about adjustments of your footage, editing your audio. For those of you that wanted to adjust your audio, you could go to the audio panel and reduce the volume. If you can reduce the volume and increase the volume depending on what you want to do. You can go to the panel and reduce your volume if it's just one video that you want to increase the volume. If you drag in your audio will appear at the lower part of your video, just like it was taught last week. Just what it was taught on Tuesday. Thank you very much for joining today's class. It was wonderful to have you all. Please try and like this section so that it can get to reach the algorithm can get to meet up other people. Click like, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. See you. Oh, okay. You guys want assignments? My assignment for you will be for you to just practice. Go and practice what we just taught. Um, for those of you that are using Premiere Pro, try and import cut. Use the slit tool that we showed, the three different type of slit that we showed on the CapCut for those of you, and use your ripple delete. Do your ripple delete. In fact, add audio. You can do slit on audio. The same thing that you can cut on your audio, you can cut it on your video. So try and do that. So wonderful having you today. Thank you very much, guys. For you to join the WhatsApp class, please send a message. Send a message to the email. Send a message. All right. You can you can add. You see, I already added my audio. I already dragged in my audio. I can delete it and drag it back in. You see, my audio is longer, so I can click my slits and cut. That's cut this place. So I'll undo. So don't forget that if you are using this slit, it's just going to cut where exactly you are. So you can bring your video to the end part and then slit, or you can use this one to delete the part that are at the right. All right, you see that? So that's just that about that. All right, so let me just do one more thing. To which email? Okay, I think you can send a message to. There's a way. I think it's on your description. Check the description of this website. All right, check the description if you have any question on this the incubator hub. Check the description. You can even reach out through Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can send a message to the chat with us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, and ask your questions. All right, and it will be answered. All right. So I was saying that I want to even do one more thing for you guys. You see, if you come to the end of this video, you will see, once you come on a video, you will see a black dot. You see a black dot here. It's for you. It's for reducing your audio. It's for fade out. All right, and fade in. All right. You could even do it for your video. If we come to animation, we could bring in out, fade. So you see what it did there? Fade out. That's an effect. Fade out. Alright, so that's just fade out. We could even do fade in. If you come to the video, don't forget to click the video you want to edit before you do any editing here. So I can download coming. For everything that is coming in, I'm doing for this one, I could do fade in. Then we fade out. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I wish you could hear my audio. It was wonderful, yeah. Thank you very much, guys. See you next class. See you next class. See you next class. I'm just brushing through. We're going to take it again. We're going to take it again next class. Thank you very much. See you next class. See you next class. Bye bye. That's on Saturday. Please don't forget practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Signing out. My name is Bob Zaya. See you on Saturday. Bye. Don't forget to do your attendance, fill in your attendance so that you can be sure that you join the class. Bye bye.